Today, we are diving into a totally free tool from Google called NotebookLM, and honestly, it might just change everything about how we research, learn, and even create content. Let's get into it.
So, to really get a handle on just how big a deal this is, let's start with a really bold claim. There's an expert out there who's arguing that the entire market for old-school online courses is, and I'm quoting here, absolutely cooked.
I mean, that's a pretty wild thought, right? But what if it's true? What if there was a single, free tool that could give you the power to learn literally anything you want way faster and better than any course you could ever buy?
Well, this tool is throwing down the gauntlet to the old way of doing things. Instead of just passively watching hours of lectures, it flips the script and lets you create a learning experience that's personal, it's active, and it is incredibly fast. So here's the big promise. Forget buying some generic one-size-fits-all course. Imagine building your own. We're talking custom-made quizzes, videos, study guides, the whole shebang on any topic under the sun, and creating it all in less time than it takes to watch a movie.
So how in the world does it actually do all this? Okay, let's get into what makes NotebookLM so different from the other AI chatbots you probably played with. This is really where the magic happens.
At its core, NotebookLM is your own personal AI partner. But here's the absolute key, the most important part. It is grounded only in the sources that you give it. It doesn't just go out and search the whole internet. It becomes an expert on your material and your material alone.
This little chart here just lays it all out. Because NotebookLM is grounded in your sources, it dramatically cuts down on the risk of AI hallucinations. When an AI just starts making stuff up. So instead of being a generalist that knows a little about everything, it becomes a focused, reliable expert on exactly what you needed to know.
And building up this knowledge base is super flexible. You can upload your own PDFs, Google Docs, links to websites. You can even drop in links to YouTube videos. Or if you're starting completely from scratch, you can just tell the AI to go find sources for you.
Okay, so once you've loaded in all your sources, this is where NotebookLM completely transforms. It stops being just a research assistant and becomes a powerhouse content creation engine, turning all that raw information into polished, beautiful assets you can use right away.
First up, one of the newest features, and this one is it's mind-blowing. Instant infographics. You just feed it your research, click a button, and it spits out a visually rich, detailed infographic that summarizes all the key points. As one creator said, this is absolutely insane.
And you're not just stuck with some generic template. No, you have total control. You can choose the orientation. Portrait for Instagram stories, square for a post. You can pick the level of detail, and you can even give it special instructions to guide the colors, the style, and what to focus on.
All right, next up, it can generate entire slide presentations for you. And I'm not just talking about a text summary on a white background. I mean well-designed, visually relevant slide decks, created in seconds right from your sources.
And you basically get two flavors here. Presenter slides are what you'd expect, clean, visual, with just key talking points to help a speaker. But then there's the detailed deck, which is a whole other beast. It's a complete, comprehensive document perfect for someone to just study on their own.
But we're not just talking static documents here. Get this, NotebookLM can create custom explainer videos. It takes your sources, it writes a script, it generates all the visuals, and produces a fully narrated video that breaks down the whole topic for you. It's unbelievable.
And the customization is it's amazing. You can pick between a long, comprehensive explainer video or just a short, punchy brief. You can choose from preset visual styles, or, and this is so cool, you can tell it to make it in a custom style like retro 90s or cyberpunk, and it will actually generate visuals that match that theme.
So creating all these assets is one thing, but what about actually learning and remembering the information? Well, NotebookLM is packed with tools designed to help you actively engage with the material. Let's look at a few of these.
You can instantly whip up an interactive quiz from all your materials. As you answer, you get immediate feedback. But here's the best part. It doesn't just say you're right or wrong, it gives you a full explanation and, this is the game changer, a direct citation that links you back to the exact spot in your original document so you can see the context. That is real active learning.
Of course, it also creates flashcards to help you memorize all the key terms and ideas. But here's a fantastic pro tip. You can download all of them as a simple CSV file, which you can then easily turn into a whole batch of social media posts. Super useful. Now, for all the auditory learners out there, check this out, the audio overview. It can generate a whole podcast-style summary for you. You can even have it create a debate between two AI hosts. But the wildest part? You can actually interrupt the podcast, ask your own questions out loud, and the AI hosts will answer you in real time.
So when you take all of these features and you put them all together, what does it actually mean? This is the big picture. This is about why this tool could be a fundamental shift in how we all learn and work with information.
This quote from the source material just hits the nail on the head. NotebookLM isn't just a static thing. It creates a living learning environment. You can add new sources anytime, you can ask new questions, you can regenerate new content whenever you want. It's a course that's built by you, for you, and it's always evolving.
So you might be wondering, okay, who is this really for? Well, for students, it's like a superpower for making study guides and acing exams. For educators, it's a way to create amazing course materials in a tiny fraction of the time. And for creators, it's an engine that turns research into scripts, infographics, and social media posts almost instantly. And that really brings us to the final and I think most powerful question. If the barriers to learning something new, I mean time and money, are suddenly gone, if all you need is your own curiosity, what will you learn next?